I watched a lot of TV last night. I watched that new show, Life on Mars. It's that show, a cop, he gets hit by a car in 2008 and apparently ends up in 1973 at the 125th Precinct, New York City. A lot of corruption, funny hair and mutton chop sideburns and mustache and everything.
Old school cops?
Old school. Yeah, old school cops just beating the crap out of perps for no reason.
Nice. Do they know him now? When he turns up, do they know who
he was? They see him as somebody who was transferred over from another precinct.
Okay.
So, and he's just like, what the hell am I doing here? You know, he doesn't know how he got there, why, but he does remember his previous 2008 life. He knows everything that happens. He knows, and he's kind of this straight shooter, politically correct kind of cop, and he's watching all these thug cops in 1973 corrupt New York City. I really want to like the show a lot because I think the idea of it is good. It's a show that came from England, too, another show from England.
That we probably took and claimed.
Of course we did.
And Harvey Keitel is in it. I think Harvey Keitel is really good. I like him a lot.
What channel is it on?
It's on ABC.
Oh, it's a real
one.
Okay.
Yeah. The only complaint I have, and it's only been on for 2 weeks, and I've noticed this already. We get it. He's in 1973. You don't have to make every reference from the 70s to remind us where,
Is it awkwardly done, too?
It's so ham-handedly done.
Like, what is spoon-fed? Like,
spoon-fed.
Here we go. We're going to remind you that it's the 70s.
There's a clip where, there's a part of the show, Harvey Keitel's in a hospital room with this girl that had gotten injured, and she's unconscious, and he's kind of reading the paper, and he has to say something like, "Oh, they're sending more people up to Skylab."
Because it's the 70s.
Why would that? And just like, hey, that's about as useful as a pet rock.
Oh, God.
It's you don't have to. I wish they would stop that. We know where he is. You don't have to inject in a 70s reference every 5 minutes.
Is there a part of the show like where you're not 100% sure if he obviously had an injury of some sort, if the 2008 part is real or this?
You don't know. You have no clue. Like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He like in yesterday's episode, last night's, he wrote a whole bunch of words like insane. He just goes alien abduction. Like, he's trying to figure out how this happened and why he's either really back in 73, thinks he is, if he's in a coma, if he's, things like that. So he's not sure. That's why I love the idea of this. I like any kind of time thing. There's another one, Back to the Future. I love that. But it's like any kind of time thing like that I find pretty cool. One thing I really like about the show is they show these cops, because they're detectives and they drive in regular cars, and they're all these muscle cars. And whenever they have to chase somebody or go to a location, they get a call, they put the little cherry on the top of the car.
Old school.
And drive like maniacs. And the music takes on this 70s TV show kind of action Starsky and Hutch almost thing, which is I found kind of funny.
The streets of San Francisco.
Yeah, that they did that. I thought that was pretty clever. But yeah, stop at the references every 2 seconds. We understand where he is.
They should have a scroll. I want to remind you that
it's 1973, and he came from 2008.
Right.
The first episode was really cool because he comes out. He initially gets hit by a car, and he wakes up and he's kind of in 1973. And he looks around and he's looking around like all confused, and he looks and he goes, "Oh my God!" And they pan up and the Twin Towers are there, and he's just like, "Oh,
that's cool."
Yeah, I thought that was like a really like wow kind of a.
That's kind of like a Charlton Heston moment.
Yeah, it was.
Statue of Liberty.
It was like whoa. But I want to like the show, but
wouldn't it suck if the show ended and the final conclusion?
Oh no, go ahead, Jimmy.
And the final conclusion was. Like, no, what happened, sometimes you will get hit by a car and actually wind up at a different time. That's all that happened. He really did get hit.
That's the only excuse there is.
Yeah, he really did get hit, and he just wound up there. It was real, and that's what happened.
I always wonder that type of thing when you see these crazy people. Maybe they're not crazy.
Maybe that
really happened. How do we know
happened.
for real? Maybe there was someone that was living in the future and had to come back to this time. Who knows?
Another thing I like about the show is when they bust people and they put them up against the wall and frisk them and then just clock them in the head for no reason. Just pow. And all the other detectives just kind of go, hey, look at him. They don't care.
Let's say hi to Jason in Indiana. Jason.
Yeah, I had a comment about Life on Mars.
Okay.
I love it when they say, man, how great was Woodstock 4 years ago? You know, to kind of.
Yeah. That's like how ham-handed it is.
It's been 4 years already.
Like last night's episode.
That's funny.
They pinch some guy. Supposedly he's been robbing this check cashing place. They put him in jail, and Harvey Keitel is just old school, dirty kind of cop. I think he wants to kind of clean up the city, but he doesn't care how he does it. So he's ready to plant some stuff on this guy just to put him away. So 2008 cop is like, no, let's cut him loose. We'll watch him, get evidence on him, and bust him, the way it's supposed to be done. And so they let the guy loose, and as he's walking out, he goes, "Yeah, the Constitution at work. Thank God for Richard Nixon."
Oh,
and it's like, all right. All right, thank you. I forgot we were in 73. I forgot.
Just spoon feeding a bunch of dummies.
That's what it is. Kind of. Could you smarten it up a little bit? You don't have to remind me.
Can I ask you this? You think there's a possibility that they're doing it kind of tongue in cheek, like
no,
like wink, wink. We know what we're doing here.
It's too many times during the episode.
Yeah.
It's done too many times.
Let's say hi to Tony in New York. Tony, Life on Mars.
You know what? I want to like this show, like you mentioned, Anthony, but at the same time, I find myself bored with the show.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Channel anytime.
I stick with it. I'll stick with it a few more episodes. I think Michael Imperioli, they got to use him a little more. He looks hysterical in it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got this big mustache that wraps around down to his chin, huge sideburns, long greasy hair. And he's got like a pot belly on him now and stuff. His character, I think it could be really a good character. But Michael Imperioli, they haven't really used him that much, but it's only been 2 episodes. So I'm just hoping they there have been shows that you watch and at first you're like, yeah, it's kind of good. And then it ends up being a great show or kind of a really good show, whatever.
Well, a lot of
I'm
times
hoping that happens with this one. But, yeah, it's 2 episodes in. They got to knock that off. And, yeah, kind of find a weird, different little angle on it, I think.
A lot of these shows find their way, though. You give it
maybe
2 or 3 episodes. Next thing you know, it's a much different show than the pilot was.
Yeah. They may be looking at it, too, like, again, overkill. But, maybe the way shows are is within the first 3 episodes, people might tune in the second one and miss the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what it just is. And it's distracting to me now whenever it happens because I just go, all right. Right.
Yeah, the Yankees are world champions thanks to Billy Martin. We know.
Yeah,
right. He's
okay,
alive.
whatever.
He got you.
Got it.
He's always got a hat with a 7 and a 3 on it. All right.
Hey, Anthony was talking about a show called Life on Mars.
Yes.
Ah.
For the newbies listening in, it's basically a show where a cop gets into a little accident there. He gets hit by a car, and he goes from 2008 to 1973. Mm-hmm. He's still a cop because the cops, I guess, assume that he's from another precinct, transferred in.
Right.
And, he's got to deal with trying to figure out where he is and why he's back in 1973. Mm-hmm. He's got to get back to his chick back in 2008 because I believe she was ready to be murdered, if not already murdered at the time that happened.
Lisa Bonet.
Yes, Lisa Bonet. And he's got to work with these cops from 1973 New York City, which was, pretty dirty and gruff and
use the word gritty.
Gritty, good, gritty.
Good.
And that's what the show is pretty much based on. The thing that bugs me about it, I really want to like the show because I like any kind of time travel type shows, movies, whatever. I find them intriguing. I think there's a lot of material there you could do. But they have to throw in these fucking references to the early 70s in a way no one would. No one walked around then and talked like this and referenced the time you're in constantly.
Right.
They do that because they assume, and I bet correctly, that the viewers of regular network television, because it's on ABC, are idiots, complete morons. So they just keep spoon-feeding them the fact that, remember people, he's from 2008, but he's back in 73. So we'll keep throwing these 73 references at you to remind you. I don't need to be reminded. I know what the show's about. I get the plot. Just fucking do the show. Keep it. I think a show like this would be great on HBO. I mean, the characters, Michael Imperioli is really good at his characters. It's greasy-haired, got one of those good 70s stash and sideburns going.
You know what's so funny? He's describing himself right now.
Yes. I got the 70s stash and the greasy hair. I do need a haircut.
It's tough to shower before you come in.
He looks like Michael Imperioli in the 70s.
Yeah.
All right.
Anthony looks like every 70s cop and every 70s junkie.
Oh, what a treat that would be. Just to bust some head
good on that show.
shakedowns.
I know. I feel the same
Maybe
way.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
I
great?
took the police test. I got a 96. They never called me.
Oh,
It wasn't
kidding,
good.
I
really?
had the Port Authority police test.
It wasn't good enough.
Apparently not.
Maybe you're too old at this
you know who
point.
got a lower grade and got in? Mm-hmm.
Who?
I bet.
Big A?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The blacks.
Imagine if Big A was a
No,
cop.
Big N. You know how the world
N.
works. You know
Big
how the
N.
world works, Colin.
No, I think it was also something happened in between, too, where it was like... they
Uh-oh,
must have
drug
changed-
bust.
In those days, they changed... Yeah, I think there was some paperwork.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
So,
we,
yeah.
got
Clips?
we got the 70s references from Life on Mars.
Now you tell me if this is fucking overkill. They've done 2 episodes. That's it. 2 episodes, and there are how many references?
We got about 9 or 10.
9 fucking references in 2 episodes.
Well, let's hear them first.
Maybe one reference per episode that isn't a ham-handed, hey, look at my mood ring kind of a fucking thing, you know? Let's just get...
I still, I'm holding out that it's done in tongue-in-cheek.
It isn't. It isn't. If it was, I might be able to appreciate
All right.
that a little more, but it's
All right,
not.
Here's the first one.
This is not my car.
So you ain't Sam Tyler?
I am. This is not my car. I was driving a Jeep.
You were driving a military vehicle?
I need my cell.
You need to sell what?
No. I just...
Well, that first one's... I saw that episode. That
Yeah.
was it when he first arrived.
Right, right. And that's a
was a little
blatant ripoff
forced.
of Back to the Future, where Marty McFly goes into the diner and they say he's wearing a life preserver because he's wearing a down coat, and he says he wants a Pepsi free, and the guy goes, no, you got to pay for it. He goes, all right, well, then give me a tab. He goes, you can't have a tab. You got to buy something. See, that's kind of that same play on word thing.
Only that one was actually clever.
Right.
It was all connected.
But the 70s reference wasn't like...
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. We're kind of gliding into it
don't
here.
let him off the hook because he's jumping to the mic to try to defend why he
Yes, sir.
pulled this clip.
Sam brought up a great point that nobody would say, I need my Jeep. They would say, like, I need my car.
I need my
Like,
car.
where's my car?
I know
You
would
might say, I
where's
don't-
my cell?
Yeah, I
From
would say
some
that.
stranger.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just say it to a stranger like...
And no one would say a military vehicle in 1973 if you said Jeep.
Here's the phony part: is that the responses were too obvious. Like him saying,
Who's
I need
on
my
second?
Jeep. Yeah.
Who's
they
on
would-
first?
You need a military vehicle? Like he would just say, "What do you mean a Jeep? A Jeep?"
Yeah.
The most unrealistic part of the whole thing was when he said, Sam brought up a good point, and we all listened with bated breath.
Or, you know.
And my cell.
Travis.
I need my cell. Gotta sell what? Oh, we get
Sell?
it.
You're gonna
you don't
sell
know what
what?
a cell
No,
phone is.
it's a
We know.
cell phone.
Why don't you sell your phone? Don't you have money for heroin, which is big these days?
That's not the Dallas.
Yes.
Dallas, Texas.
What do you need money for? The Godfather 2, which is coming out next year?
That's exactly it.
Cunt-face fucks.
All right.
That was not that bad.
Yeah.
I'll even agree. That wasn't that bad. I'm sitting there.
I saw
but
that
I was
episode. That was
going
right
like,
when he landed, but yeah, it was pushy.
It was a little pushy.
Let's go with the next one.
This is my office.
No, wait, right there. Bullshit.
Right here. This is my desk.
Hey, would you rather live in 2008? Hold on. I want to see these people arguing.
Oh, dude.
Look at
No.
that shirt.
Actually, watching this, it wants me to go back to like 1940.
It's like...
Colin, it's Maury Povich, obviously. What-
1840.
What Long Island town you think
I
they're
swear
from?
to God, Maury, they're probably from the Danch, I would think.
The Danch.
I swear
The
to God,
Danch,
Maury.
motherfucker.
No, the Danch.
Bentwood.
I'm saying either it could be Brentwood or it could be, Newcastle, someplace like
Wheatley Heights. Doesn't that sound like a nice place? Oof. Watch it.
I'm going to go with
Look
the
at
wine
Maury.
dance. All right.
The
Let's get back to this.
All right, go ahead.
This is my desk. Here. So where's my desk? Huh? Where's my desk? Chair. My computer.
Your computer? Like Hal? 2001: A Space Odyssey?
That's
Looks like
the
we got us a
problem.
regular space.
Say.
I thought that was nicely, subtly laced in there.
Subtly laced in.
It was just like Norton's joke about Godfather 2. It's the exact same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
The problem is the shitty writing in the responses. It's
Yes.
terrible.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
The acting is
We just
horrendous.
listened to it, the dialogue, and then this genius goes, the problem is the shitty writing and the responses. Right, that's what we hear mocking.
No.
on each side.
No, the shitty writing in the responses.
The sound quality.
Hold on, somebody needs to take the cotton out of their ears and put it in their mouth.
Oh.
I was saying the responses, not necessarily. He's not selling.
Come on. Don't let him off the hook on this one, I beg of you.
I'm right.
No.
The shitty writing in the responses is terrible. It's the obviousness of the responses, which are not so 70s. It's just, you need a Jeep?
It's pushing, and they're so noticeable and so distracting to watching the show.
But I was expecting it to be things that only reference the 70s. That's just fucking terrible writing.
Well, they'll keep going.
All right, we're getting there.
Going.
We're getting
Like
there.
Hal? Like Hal, which came out a few years
In 2001, A Space Odyssey?
Who the fuck talks like that?
No
Just like
one.
the Godfather joke, though. That's exactly what he did.
It really is.
Annie, get your talk of the grieving parents kid on. We found the missing twirl.
A twirl?
Girl. Broad, a chick, a dame, a lass.
Oh, of course.
Well, that wasn't that bad.
What clip? Why don't you get the opening music?
All right.
The fuck did you guys get?
Who the hell said twirl?
We're almost four.
Yeah, a twirl.
We're
That's why I
almost
put
four
it in,
clips
because-
in and still not really proving Ant's point.
No, it's
No, don't worry,
annoying.
coming. Because
I know
he
it
had
gets
to
annoying.
explain other 70s references to ladies.
Chick, a dame? That's like
Dame, a
40s.
lass.
Nothing
All right.
beats a dame.
Throw one clip.
All right, well,
Don't worry.
So far, the machinist is 0 for 3.
2 for 3.
you're looking more and more like Christian Bale is what he's
I'm
saying
not
there.
gaining or losing weight.
Batman. That's a good job, Christian.
Lab lifted a few prints off a shoe. They've been sent downtown. Should hear back in a couple of weeks or so if there's a match.
A couple of weeks?
Yeah. It's amazing what they can do these days.
See, that I don't buy. That's a ham-handed fucking bullshit way of doing that. It's amazing what they could do these days. A couple of weeks? Yeah.
What,
no.
in the old days it took a couple of years?
This is just these are reminders that when you hear a line like that, you go, oh, right, they're in 73. It's annoying.
The way that would have been okay is if he was like a couple of weeks, and the other guy was like, yeah, and or just didn't they acknowledge every little thing that he is a little confused.
It's amazing
about.
what they do here in 1973. As opposed to 2008, let's say.
They immediately pick up on every fucking thing that they're supposed to pick up on.
Thank you, Jim. That's exactly what I meant.
Even stuff that isn't the Jeep. A military vehicle?
Military vehicle? Why, that's impossible.
What is a string of Peloponnese?
Mr. Fabersham.
Fucking. I think you guys are missing the big point. I'd like to read you something.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
The economy is in a crisis. War is destroying us, and there is discord among the races. That was written in 1871 in Austria.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? 1871 in Austria.
Changes, right?
Well, thank God someone came along and fixed that.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Go to the clip.
That's what I like to say.
All right, here's the next clip. Dow's down 200, but rallying back.
Yeah.
Sick of that rallying. Fuck the
Dow's
Dow.
down 200. Let me tell you guys something.
That was said.
In Roman times, they had a stock market.
How you doing, my friend?
What part of my subconscious do you hail from?
Poughkeepsie. What's your poison?
Just give me a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
Scotch. Make it a double, will you?
Diet Coke. Now that would be something, huh?
See, what? Diet Coke? Yeah, give me a Scotch. All right. Diet Coke. Now that would be something. You must be from the future.
This show fucking sucks.
Why'd you sit through this?
Because I told you I want
agreed.
to like
It's the first episode. I wanted to like it.
I want to like the premise. I like the idea of somebody being knocked back in time 35 years and having to like deal with shit like that.
I
but
agree.
but not that
You're just waiting for the next Back to the Future movie.
Yes.
Let's do some scene study. You say, all right, I'll say, what do you want? You do Diet Coke.
All right.
What do you want?
Diet Coke.
Come on, what do you want?
Diet
That's
Coke.
how that happened. A Coke that is not as many calories? They've not invented that, have
That'll be the day.
You know who needs to be on the show? Diet Coke, Louis Beans.
Yeah.
He died of AIDS. Yeah. The diet chocolate?
Don't make us play the spot so people get it.
God damn, is that awful.
CW from Scranton. I like the 70s cars, sideburns, clothes. Don't remind you like that.
Exactly,
that
the
outfit.
Yeah. The whole.
I'm with you, Ant.
They've done a great job.
About the outfits.
They've done a good job with the cars, although the cars are a little too well kept. Like as I'm watching, these are muscle cars driving down the road, and they're like out of the fucking what's that museum out in L.A.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like they came right out of a museum.
Because they got them from collectors, and they promised the collectors, look, you won't fuck up your vintage
Yeah,
car.
they're just beautiful cars rolling down the street, no rusted out.
Yeah, but they can't be messing up the guy's car.
Can they make fucking fake ones?
Yeah.
Just fucking, it's La La Land.
How do you make a fake one?
No, it's
very expensive. So they
There's these slow-moving scenes where he's looking around,
Yeah.
and it's just showing you everything that's in the 70s. Everyone has an afro. Everyone's wearing belts.
We'd like you to show us everything that's in the 40s.
Giving peace signs.
Outside of Warsaw.
Poor skinny Travis. Poor slender boy.
We'd like you to show us Barracks 4.
No.
Oh, well.
All right,
Which
so that was-
which boxcar do you take home?
Jesus.
Uncalled for. It really is.
Can't gain weight.
You want to do another one here or what?
Of course, I want to hear them all.
That really annoyed me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be
what
something?
What fucking bartender would say that to an asshole
What
who
asshole?
ordered a drink that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Hey, give me a fucking pack of goose milk. Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be the
What do you want,
day?
asshole? What do you want?
Got some
The
goose
only
milk.
realistic thing was that Kipsy really is a shithole, and even
Yes,
then
it
it was.
Okay,
horrendous.
maybe.
Steve in Jersey has some advice for you, Ant. Steve?
Steve?
Hey, and I would say watch the BBC version. Just stop watching the American right now. It sucks.
But I don't know anything about fucking
Like
the 70s in
Britain.
England.
Exactly.
The fuck am I going to sit there and watch the mods fight with the fucking
Rockers?
rockers?
Hold on,
Thank you.
before
See,
you
you
go
know a little
off,
something.
Yeah, that's
Not
all
your
I know.
rampage,
You're on
just
scooters.
I bet the English version's good, man.
I bet
Just
they
like
only
The
play
Office.
Who
You ever
music?
seen The Office in England? I don't know English offices. That show was fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So maybe
Genius.
Come on, give it a try.
Almost
Adam.
sounds
That's
like
what we're
genius.
not saying.
I don't know.
What's that?
The American one's better. Corral's fucking crazy. The fucking 40-year-old
But he's right
version.
about he's right about life on Mars. I bet the English version is good. We should watch
Yeah,
it.
but I don't know the references.
Well, let's
So
have a
give it
watching
a try.
party.
Maybe that's good because then it wouldn't annoy me.
You see what happens when you do know the references? You want to bite the TV.
You're right.
Jesus, we get
try.
it. Coke. Diet Coke. Wouldn't that be something? No, it wouldn't be.
What do you want it in a can?
Yeah. Or in your can.
That's no
I love this new Holly song, mate.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Let's do another one here.
And that's no small thing considering they were tucked snug behind bulletproof glass with no witnesses, no sign of forced entry.
Yeah, that's very cool. Hey, listen, any chance I'm gonna get sprung anytime soon? No, Laughing is on tonight, and I got it bad for that Goldie Hawn.
Look, see? All right, see? Well, I'm getting
All right,
grunts
now-
from the fucking audience. That anytime I'm getting sprung suit, that Laughing's great.
But
I
I'm-
really got in for that Goldie Hawn.
Well,
And even the way he says it, it's not even a New York accent. When he goes,
No,
I got it bad for
Goldie
that
Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
This
I got
show
fucking bad for that Jessica Hahn.
sucks my fucking unshaven pubic region dick.
I didn't think you would need to shave. You're very hairless.
I am, but I do shave my fucking bigger than you think it would be cock.
There is. Well, it's just what I'm giving you here is the shit part of this show. there's other parts where I really go like, God, there's potential here for something.
Maybe when
but then they
Keitel
throw
talks.
that fucking in.
Dude, the acting is
when
awful.
Keitel is sitting there and he pulls out this wad of money that this guy didn't even steal. He's just saying, well, this was found on you. And the guy goes, no, it's not. He goes, it would be wet like me because, they pulled him out of the river. So Keitel just pours a pitcher of water on the money, pours the rest of it over the guy's head, and then takes the fucking money and starts smacking him in the face with the money.
That's pretty
That
good.
shit's great old New York
school
police
stuff.
fucking roust the motherfucker kind of shit. That I like. I don't like this fucking, I really got it in for that Goldie Hawn.
The sentence should have stopped after, am I getting sprung?
Right,
soon?
that's it. Am I getting sprung soon? He wouldn't be talking about what TV show he wants to catch.
Who the hell would say
Yeah.
sprung?
No one.
Well, that's you.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh my God,
What is
Colin!
that, Colin?
Colin came from outer space
What
and
is
brought
that?
some type of mysterious beverage.
What are you drinking? Is that gasoline?
Colin, for your listeners at home, he's drinking something called Diet Coke.
Did you bring that from home after? What is this, arts and crafts?
That'll be the day.
Wonder what Mayor LaGuardia would think of this one. Right? Fucking assholes in Hollywood. Fucking just die on fire.
Just put the fucking billboard, put a fucking thing on the side where it usually has the network thing. It's 1973 on this show. Just that would let us know. You don't have to ham-hand the fucking references.
Yeah, fucking
What do we got?
Let's
Another
say
one?
hi to Peter in Massachusetts.
Hey
Peter.
there, Pete.
Welcome aboard, Pete.
Yeah, what wrong with the cop shows we got?
They watch pretty good.
NYPD Blue.
What's some of those other shows?
Hill Street Blues, CSI Miami,
CSI New York.
Barney Miller.
Special Victim Unit.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Can I tell you a very funny line that Colin would do, and you don't do it anymore, which annoys me, is when you talk about your fucking how you're going to be the big mystery solver in your own cop show, and you're going to be on CSI Akron.
He would comment, but he's eating.
He's shoving food into his stupid face.
Too much violence for me.
Let's get
That'd
another.
be good. Your first show could be missing persons, and she ends up in my driveway. Linger longer. Linger much too long.
I don't.
I got it.
I want to do
Of course, Danny got it.
I don't get that one.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Apparently.
Spell it out with oh. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, oh dear.
Oh, dear.
How about that Dr. Smith in Lost in Space?
I can't believe that show's been off the air for 9 years.
First of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Laughing was off by 73.
68 or 67, right? Until
probably
what,
rerunning now.
72?
He got it bad for that Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, do ya?
Like a guy wants to get out of jail to watch TV.
Yeah, to watch
Get outta here.
Laughing.
Fucking bullshit. Put it on cable. A wire? Why can't I put it on a wire that connects things? Fucking overreacting assholes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go get it online. Are you gonna stand in a line?
What?
Who the fuck reacts like that?
Information superhighway. Is that off the Gowanus?
And just FYI, Laughing ran until 73.
Oh, okay. Oh, his last chance.
May 14th, 73.
Well, at least we know it's January, February, March, or April.
Right. It better be.
Let's do another one here.
I took a look at the file, Gene. The FCC has a better case against George Carlin and his 7 dirty words than you have against Kim Brent.
This show fucking stinks!
I can't be happier that Jimmy is so annoyed at just the clips.
That was bad.
These over-explaining faggots.
Yes.
How about this? The FCC has a better chance against case against Carlin. That's how you would talk.
The 7 dirty words.
First of
Yeah.
all, no cop would say the FCC has
Maybe
a better
not,
chance
but
of...
No.
I'm just trying to,
This is horrific. It's the worst part of any show I've ever watched.
That's fucking
bad.
stinks.
That's bad.
You take a show that people, I think, find a pretty compelling plot, and then just fuck it up.
They suck. They fucking suck.
They got it. You think if this was on HBO or something that they would be doing shit like that?
No, Omar would be busy fucking some guy in the mouth and then shoot him.
Yes.
Much more obliged to stick my gun in their mouth.
Sup, bird?
I think
What up,
HBO is.
bird?
What up,
Yeah,
bird?
what up, bird? A bird?
Yeah,
What are
up?
you talking about? A little flying animal?
He left the S off.
We got another
HBO,
one.
I think, is doing a 70s cop show called David Milcher's, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
Based on a guy I know, Steve Kalura. It's actually a fascinating story.
What's the story, Carl?
Nice plug.
How about filling everybody else in instead of hogging all the fun for
How
you?
is it a plug? I have nothing to do with it.
Shut up.
Oh.
Still a plug.
He said, nice plug.
Well,
Hey, he's more beat up than Evil Knievel at that Caesar's Palace jump. That happened just real short time ago because it's 73.
Look at this fucking book by George Orwell. Wait till that happens in 11 years.
So 1984, that's so far in the future for us. Here in 73.
Holy cow.
Oh, God.
I fucking hate them all. How about a little subtle one?
All right, here's
a subtle one.
This one's a great one.
A little subtle?
You can
Yeah.
All right, we got
subtlety.
We got a subtle one right here.
He just feels like you took his spot. But I wouldn't take it personal.
Yeah, well, I didn't request his transfer. It just happened. It's like Guantanamo Bay in here.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Kim Trent, here is a DAT. You are free to go.
You gotta respect those who defend the Constitution. All hail the Nixon administration.
Guantanamo, it looks like he goes into the cells that are really messy, the guy from 2008, and he's like, Jesus Christ, it's like Guantanamo Bay in here. I wouldn't know. I never been to the Caribbean.
Like
that wouldn't even get an answer from anyone. It's like Guantanamo Bay in here.
No.
Oh.
And here's how fucking horrible the writing is. If we walked in and said, it's such unnatural, fucking typical, awful LA writer shit. If I walked in and go, Jesus Christ, fucking hot as balls, were we in Africa? Would any of you actually go, we don't know, Jim, we've never been to Africa?
I've never been to Botswana.
You would get that somebody's just making a reference to a shithole.
Yeah, crappy place.
And the bit officially begins. Let's say hi to
But it's
Danny in
also supposed to
Louisiana.
be a
Danny.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, it is.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico
that
and South Cuba.
McMillan wife. I bet Rock Hudson gets all the dames, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, look at that. We're watching McMillan and wife.
Yeah, because back here in 73, we didn't know that.
I wish I got as many broads as Rock Hudson.
Yeah, well, he's got AIDS. Of course he has helpers.
I wish my dad was more like Mr. Brady growing up. Not fucking in the ass? What?
All right, we got one more here.
What's that?
Well, Lee got us tickets to see Grease. You know, it's been playing for a year, and I've been dying to see it. So.
It's been playing for a year, and I'm dying to see it a year. Because it opened in 72, and it being, 73. Oh, God.
Well, I don't mind that one, to be honest with you, because
No?
it is kind of funny like it's still running today.
But let me tell you something.
It's not funny. It stinks.
Let me tell you something.
I mind that one most
There
of
was
all.
no other reference to it. It was thrown in.
That was at the end of the episode.
So, haphazardly.
And that was it.
And
they
that was
moved on
it.
to the next scene.
Yeah. It wasn't a part of the
First of
plot
all,
line.
I don't like the fact that the woman, once again, she's a female cop, and she's talking like some, actress from nowadays in the Midwest. Every female cop sounded just like Patty. And
Yeah.
That's how they should all sound.
Well, here's another thing. The female cop is treated by the guys like shit. No respect.
I know.
They give her the menial little tasks, but she is so smart.
Of course she is.
And she should be, she's smarter than the guys.
Can you please
Because they
just-
got to kind of make that politically
Can
correct.
you please just get my hint of doing the line as Patty?
Oh, I got you.
About going to see the play. Because they all
God,
did
am I
say-
horrible? You're right.
I didn't get that
You're
either.
right.
Going to see Grease.
I like the version with John Travolta in the movie that won't be out for 5 more years or so.
15.
15?
You
73
dumb
to
cunt,
73 to 79?
I stand corrected. Jesus Christ, I am such a fucking dumb 5-year-old boy.
You were
'Cause
talking
I was
about
born
like
in 68.
You were talking about like 1988 or something.
That's because you got your nose
That's
buried
crazy.
in that manual.
Yeah, you're listening to a bunch of talking heads like the band.
Jesus, I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
Well, with that, why don't we take a break?
Let's just do heavy-handed references to now, like they were doing then, and see how casually they fit into the conversation.
Well, let's make believe we didn't say that, and after the break, we go into that mode.
Yes.
I'm fucking going to eat a
The
pretzel.
listeners and everybody else.
You having a pretzel?
Current President Bush almost choked on one.
Yeah, well, I remember that one. But that is, there's nothing wrong with that. That is just as stupid.
Well, can I just make one last suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
Can you please do Patty in Goodfellas? Doing like one of Henry Hill's voiceovers. Like to us, the airport was in our backyard.
Oh, I would have more gone with, hey, touched me, and then he tried to throw me out of the car.
That does
You
sound like
don't understand,
Yeah, it sounds like Lorraine
Daddy.
Louis Bracco does sound like Patty.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah,
without
it's
the
too
emotional
close.
range, she's fucking horrendous. She fucking wrecks everything she's in. I like to squeeze her tits and then just push her into an acting class.
They wore cheap clothes, a lot of pantsuits, and too much makeup, and they had bad skin. Patty, good fellas.
We got Life on Mars.
Oh, yeah. You know something?
Episode 3, my friend. Hold on. We got 3 choices.
Oh,
all right, what were we going to say, Ed? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I'm now growing
to hate it?
To hate that show.
Good. It's about time.
And
That's what we have to hear.
It's only been a couple episodes, few episodes.
We have to do it.
And
What is
now
it?
I hate it.
I don't even know.
It's this show. It came from England. Yeah. Show's originally from England, and of course, you know, they Americanize it and fuck it all up. And it's this guy who was in 2008, and he's a cop. Right. He gets into an accident, a car hits him, and he's just kind of ends up, poof, he's in 1973 as a cop. Ooh. And they in his station house, they think he was transferred, and he's got to figure out how to get back. He's got to solve this murder of his girlfriend, who was murdered right before, or supposedly murdered right before he had this accident, got sent back to 73. It sort of sounded like a compelling little thing, and I kind of like the idea of looking at a gritty, nasty 1973 New York.
Back when it was fun.
Yeah, and the cops are all just beating the shit out of the perps and everything. They don't care. There's no... But it's so... They try so hard to remind you that, hey, it's 1973, with these references that just... It's not necessary. I get the premise. Stop with the fucking references.
A lot of
the
mustaches.
writing is horrible.
A lot of
a lot of mustaches.
Yeah,
Well, they got Michael Imperioli from the Sopranos is in it, and he's got the big mustache and the sideburns and the long hair.
They have high hopes for this show. Is it doing well in the ratings?
When I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is a good concept and everything. The first episode was all right, but I figured it would get better. It's only gotten worse. It's turned into what amounts now to a bad cop show. It's just a bad cop show now with references thrown in to remind you that it's 1973.
Yeah, Mark, that's the key. These references come out of nowhere.
They're ham-handed, like spoon-fed. Hey, look, remember people out there in TV land, because you're much too stupid.
Don't forget.
It's 1973.
That's an actual line from the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we got slang and shit, like, like to the max and Foxy and Honky.
They've thrown those in, and that isn't even the shit that gets me. It's more ham-handed than that.
We got examples. Let's get right into this. Here's the first one from Life on Mars.
Is this last night's episode?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Travis said these are really bad.
Well, I just
because
wanna,
we barely got the bit going last time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We almost failed miserably.
No, last time I think there were some great examples.
The first few clips,
the first couple of clips
we
were
were
a
losing
little
people
iffy.
left and right, and then we brought it back in the end.
Let me set the first clip up.
Right.
Because this morning Ant was talking about how now another thing that they're doing, which I definitely noticed, is he's telling people about the future now.
Yeah.
Like how things are going to be.
Yeah, that's another thing that
So
is
that's the first
annoying
clip.
me. He's got to be like, well, let me tell you, where I'm from,
Right.
we don't use paper.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Well, the future may be uncertain, but one thing's for sure. Things will happen a lot faster there. You know, someday even paper will be obsolete.
I think that's sad.
Oh. The acting's horrible. The writing
bad.
is terrible.
That's really bad.
And the fact that he's like, paper's obsolete. No, wait, look at how much paper's laying around here.
So he even knows that he's back in 73.
Oh, he absolutely knows.
So
he's got complete recollection of
Oh, right,
2008.
okay. I love how everybody reacts. The reactions, the writings for the reactions is so fucking terrible.
Awful.
Because it's built on getting the point across instead of being realistic. It's fucking horrid.
The point getting across, it's being screamed in your face.
Quick call. Haven't taken one in a couple hours. Matt in Boston. Matt.
Guys, you made the show better for me and my wife. I want to thank you.
Oh, thanks. Because now it's a funny show. Because now they're just waiting for these references.
My wife was watching, and she's like, what the hell is this? This is stupid. And I said, no, wait. I paused it, and I go, here's the thing. Listen for when they're saying, but it's 1973.
Yes. Cool.
And then she started watching it. She was rolling. She was crying.
It is. It's a ridiculous comedy now.
It's like a drinking game.
We're helping the show.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to, but we're helping it.
Yep.
Here's another one.
Apparently you stayed up calling people.
I was researching.
Ooh, researching what? Cop stuff. I have the teeniest crush on Steve McGarrett. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know who he is. Hawaii 5-0.
Book him, Dano. Do you ever say that? Book him, Dano?
I would if I worked with a guy named Dano.
You should hire one. How cool would that be?
Is she retarded?
She's supposed to be a hippie
She's
chick.
a writer for the show.
She's supposed to be this hippie chick.
Yeah.
And she lives in the same apartment building that. But the idea that, all right, remember our shows. Let's get some shows in there, some references. How about Hawaii 5-0?
That was a big show.
How could we subtly throw in, and maybe him walking past a TV and it maybe being on the TV, or even the sound of it in the background and you hear it. No, she's got to out of nowhere bring up Hawaii 5-0.
So the show is so bad, what they're doing is that they want to make sure if and when they get new viewers, that the viewers understand the premise of the show.
Of the program. Not you wouldn't miss it that, there's hippie chicks and all the cars are from the 70s and New York looks a little different. Like they kind of, did a good job as far as that goes, the dress and everything. That's it. I understand where we are. Okay, enough. But every fucking episode just pumping it into you.
I'll tell you what's annoying. It's the fact that they don't speak. The writing is so horrible. Like the way it would be with a chick, and she's like, I get so turned on by cops. I'm in love with McGarrett. Everyone at that time knew who the fuck McGarrett was.
Yeah.
No one. Like, for instance, would you say, like, if you were fucking a chick now, like, let's just say I was fucking a girl, and she's like, oh, you're kind of sarcastic. I like that. It reminds me of Simon Cowell. Do you know who he is? Yes, from American Idol. Who the fuck would have that conversation?
I don't like him.
But that's people our age would know the reference. But some people in their 20s, they don't.
That's exactly it. So they're over-explaining.
They're over-explaining.
And ruining the fucking moment for
in
everybody else.
Every episode.
Nick in South Jersey. Nick.
Yes.
Hi, Nick.
I was just saying that the acting is like, and this is like a porno, like Julianne Moore and Boogie Nights. Just like, now that's a large cock.
Yeah, that's right.
Cock. It's horrible.
The acting is worse than porn acting? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, the acting is
I've never seen it.
It's really bad. Like even Harvey Keitel's in the fucking thing, and he comes off as a bad actor and just like...
We got a Harvey Keitel doing the 70s thing.
Oh, right. Good.
Cuff him.
Dano.
Yeah, he's in the military. Unbelievable. What next? They're going to want to get married?
Get it? Because they
in the
do
70s,
now.
that wasn't even a possibility.
Oh, no,
My
gays
God.
in the military? What next?
Oh, that's so fucking horrendous.
Right.
Do you guys watch Mad Men? Do you like that show?
Everyone talks about Mad Men.
I
We haven't
like
seen
it.
it.
Never
What? No, I haven't seen that one.
They keep telling us what's wrong with you guys. Watch Mad Men. They
It's a
say
great
it's one of the
looking
best
show.
shows
Watch a madman
in
every time
years.
Roland walks in the fucking room. Lunatic.
I like it.
Yeah, Roland.
Fucking Mad Men. That's, oh, no, I was thinking of something else.
It's one of the Sopranos
right.
guys wrote it.
Nah, but it's supposedly it was on, I wasn't sure, was it Midnight on Fridays on HBO? Oh, wait,
No,
that
that's
was
Down and Dirty, starring Jim Norton.
I got confused.
How could you confuse
It
that, Jim?
happens, though.
I got confused.
Oh, that's
The
your
whole theme
show.
tonight is 1973, too.
Yes.
With Patrice, because he says it's the last time he could see his toes.
Was when he was 10.
I'm pleased with myself.
We got to help Jimmy out. Everyone's got to take a peek tonight. Let's get those numbers up so HBO does the right thing and get more
Do
episodes.
they actually care about numbers over there?
Not really, no. But it does mean something, but they care more about critics.
Yeah.
Which scares me.
Here's one more.
It's like you got some gay bashers around here.
Gay bashing? What's that? Throwing a party for a queer?
I
don't know. I'm thinking of taking the old lady to see Soylent Green. What do you think? It's supposed to be good.
Take us see what?
Soylent Green.
It just came out.
The movie with Heston.
Then why didn't he?
That came out in '73.
Why didn't the other guy say it's made out of people?
He did actually.
Oh.
He ruined the movie for him by going, he
What do you call that? Spoiler?
It's made out of people. A spoiler.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
I'm
it
thinking
doesn't
I'm
advance
taking the old
plot.
lady to Soylent Green. Get it? 73.
But see, I wouldn't because that's such an obscure movie. I've never heard
People
Soylent Green
Crackers.
before.
It was a big movie.
You would just
Never heard
say,
of it
you would
until
just
just
go,
now.
how about
Really?
just saying,
Swear to God.
yeah, I'm going to go to the movies with the old lady tonight.
That's the second week in a row that they've done that. The chick went to go see Grease.
She goes, I'm going to see Grease. It's been out a year already.
You got to see Soylent Green.
You know, it came
Really?
out in 72.
Never heard of it. Never saw
You
it.
never
It's
saw
a great
Soylent
movie.
Green?
Never even heard of
It's
it.
people! Soylent Green is people! Damn you!
Damn apes.
It's Edward G. Robinson's last movie.
I never.
Yeah.
all right. I'll check it out. Is it good? I don't even know.
It is good.
All right.
Damn.
They're people crackers.
Whatever. Okay, listen, we got another.
I can't wait till next week because I'm sure there'll be plenty more references. So laugh
I don't want to
along.
watch this anymore. It was fun the first 2 weeks.
It's horrible.
Well, you have to watch
I
it.
know it.
But I can't.
It's your bitch, right?
I have it
Show.
DVR'd, and I'll watch it just to see those references
Have they
now
made any
and get angry.
And they don't even advance the plot. There was nothing
No,
that had
nothing
to do...
happened. That's why now it's just a bad cop show.
Yeah.
They have a crime at the beginning, and they solve the crime by the end of the fucking show. That's all.
And,
we're throw in 73 references.
We're 3 weeks in. You got to figure he's been there a couple days, and he's completely content with just being
He's
in
fine now. He just walks around. Oh, yeah, I'm walking around.
You guys are
73, fuck it.
looking at this all wrong, though. I
Am
mean, if they get a second season, you can look forward to all the 1974 references.
That's
Oh,
when
is
it
it going
gets
to have
good.
to advance like that?
Yeah.
Wait till they get to the disco era.
That's right.
Ah, that'll rock.
Everybody starts wearing the platform shoes.
Keith from Jersey.
Hey, first I have to say, Jimmy, I can't wait till the audiobook version of I Hate Your Guts comes out.
Thank you.
This is Keith, your Mac consultant from Jersey. So you want to call me back, you can do that.
Oh, hey, man, thanks.
Right.
Hey, listen, Anthony, you
Yeah.
nailed it last week when you said that, what's next, making a gay reference to Rock Hudson?
Yeah.
They did that last night.
They did it last night. We made a joke. Remember when we were goofing about that stupid show, Life on Mars? And last week we made a goof about Rock Hudson being gay. They used it this week. I don't know how Travis missed that one. They're talking about people being gay, and he goes, "You don't know, who's gay and who's not gay." And Keitel's like, yeah, right. He goes, "Hey, Rock Hudson." He goes, "How about Rock Hudson?" He goes, "Rock, get out of here!"
Dude, we joked that there'd be a
I
Rock
know.
Hudson
Do you think they
reference.
lifted it?
And they did.
Do you think they lifted it?
Yes, I'm positive they listened to the show and they lifted it.
They had it. They already
possible.
had the show in the can.
Next week, I want a pet rock reference.
Yeah. All right.
My wife wanted to know I was cracking up so loud about that.
Thanks, Keith.
Yeah,
We'll
someone
find
point at
that.
a rock and go,
All right.
yeah, what are you going to do one day? Make these pets? It'll be that obvious and unfunny.
Put them in a
box.
Sell it.
Let someone walk by the Twin Towers. What, are they going to fall down someday?
He made a reference to that last night too,
no, he
because he
didn't.
was talking about because he's all upset, man, at the prejudice that's going on because the cops are talking about gays in a bad way, and he goes, that same type of prejudice is going to change the landscape of this city someday, and I mean literally.
Yeah.
Look out, man! Dude, yeah, I was sitting there going, "What is he? Prejudice or what? Why? Because what?
There's nothing worse.
Prejudice of who?
Than bad writing.
Yeah. It's horrid.
Nothing worse than shitty TV writing.
Horrid.